Good afternoon. This is Chris Brecher with the Simpler Stocks free video for July 25th, 2016. This is the weekend edition. I'm going out of town next week. I'll have some great people doing the video next week, from Tucker to Neil to David, to Eric to Raghee. So really excited that that I get so many people to help me out when I finally take a vacation, the first one in a year. Like you see on here, it's about an hour before the close. Wanted to get that out this early because I'll be getting on the Simpler Stocks live chat just the last half hour going over some strategies for next week before I leave. So today was all about basically more of the same. A lot of people thinking that the 78-minute chart on the ESs was going to break down. But as you can see on here, especially if I take off the ATR trail, only have the ATR trailing stop up, that you'll see in here, when you go to a 78-minute chart, the key in this market, when you have such an amazing straight-up market, is if you get a sell-off and it looks like it's forming into some kind of topping formation, the key is you can't short on the oversold condition. So it's all a quality of how it acts when it works it off. As you can see in here, worked it off in a great way. That a lot of times what you get is this weak little rally right here, and you might think you short it there, but it never broke down and just kept on going like the Energizer Bunny. Now the thing is, now we're starting to get a little overbought, but the problem is it's not in this area anymore. Like we were trying to draw this, and the problem is it's always an art, not a science. I drew it like this. Obviously I was wrong, that it needed to be drawn in some other way that I don't even know yet. But probably like this. So you probably can't draw it like that. It just didn't work. At least it hasn't worked so far. So just to show you what the market's doing today, we have the ESs up 950. You have the NASDAQ up 19. That's my dog barking. He got caught short again. Poor buddy. You have the Russell up 1120. Bonds up a little, up 7. Gold down a little, down 760. Yeah, crude continuing just a little bit of a slide in here. Advanced declines about up 1,000 in here, as you see. We have the SPX up about 820, almost at an all-time high now. Very interesting in here. Transports, just when you think transports are selling off and that'll make the market sell off, they make back everything they lost yesterday. Just absolutely fascinating how that works in here. So let's go to the charts and show you what I'm talking about in here. First thing, ESs. All they're doing in here so far is working off their overbought. Guess what? Not by going down, but by just losing some momentum here. Now, that doesn't mean we can't keep going up. Let me give you, for instance, what happens when a stock or a index looks like it might go down, but it has a daily good chart. Here's a chart of HIG in here. Now, HIG, as you can see in here, has a pretty good daily looking chart. You put up a 78 and it looks real good. Check out this gorgeous little thing right here, right in this area. Now, what happens is when something has an explosive breakout like this, what happens a lot is you get an overbought condition and you work off the overbought, guess what? By just going up slower. See how it went up slower, but it never looked bad. Now it's finally oversold, and it's this high. That's a very dangerous thing if you're short, and it could have another leg up. Very interesting how that happens. So same thing with the market on the left. You got that big old breakout from this inverse head and shoulders right here. And let me put it up here so you know what I'm talking about. Put it up on a 195. You get this dramatic breakout here. And when you get a strong breakout, you get that very often, where you get an overbought, it just stays overbought and works off the overbought by continuing to go up, but at a slower amount, just like you're seeing in HIG on the right. Just fascinating how that happens with some of these stocks. So what do we think now? First thing in here, I'm going to see what happens to this 78-minute chart in the ESs. I'm going to be watching the NQs also in here. On what I see when there's a destiny to take the NQs to a new high. Now, I want to see how the market acts when the NQs go to an all-time high. Literally, they're all 70 points away. Usually when it gets that close, they usually go to it. So we're going to keep seeing where the market looks lousy, and then you get this miraculous turnaround like you see here. The second thing you're seeing in here, one reason the ESs today didn't break this level, is we were talking today about the TFs. We were talking about the TFs on a daily looking like a possible bull flag. Not this one. I'm talking about right here. And so the whole idea is on the left, if this broke, then this bull flag was probably going to be invalidated. But if this broke out, it probably would invalidate this bearish formation. As you see, the TF is very close to breaking out. If you put it on a 195, you'll see it more clearly. See that little triangle? But it hasn't broken out yet. Very close, though. So we're going to be watching that closely. The other thing we're going to be watching in here almost any time in the last year that I've seen this type of formation, eventually it goes down to break it. It might not break it for long, but it goes down to test it. So I'll be very interested to see if that's tested next week. I make a lot more money in bear markets than bull markets because it go down faster. I wouldn't be surprised to see this sell off next week right when I'm not around. So we'll see how that goes. Now, I just want to let you know we still have the $7 for 30-day trial. This includes this page. This includes the chat room in the morning, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern. I'm on live. We go over preparation, live trading, and any questions you might have. Premium video, a lot more in-depth than what you're hearing now. Email alerts, which has been a big deal, I'll go over in a second. We also have forum that's a message board type of communication other than the chat room. That's open like 24-hour all the time. You can always ask me questions. Meetup, Wednesday, we did a class on this, combining simple indicators with powerful patterns. After I'm on for an hour, and that comes with your trial or your subscription, it goes into these. Goes into our video series. Most other sites charge like $99 for every one of these videos. As you see, they're thrown in for free into your account. It's a big deal. The last thing is the email alerts. Every day I send out stock trades and chart ideas, index and futures charts, and about 5 times a week unusual option activity. I don't put out 80 million option activity every day or you wouldn't know what to jump on. If you put out too many, it just becomes analysis by paralysis. I can't do that to everyone. Now, if you look in here, most of them have worked pretty darn well. If you go in here, I thought the market broke out, and guess what? All I've showed is call activity, because in a bull market, call activity works a lot better than put activity. Let's put it that way. TV, NOW, BWA, AGN, HIG, ANF, and HCMP is one of the biggest. Every single one of these has worked. Now, you see 7.6, 7.8, 7.8. There aren't that many, but I'll take 8 for 8. That's a pretty good percentage in my book. Like I said, if we're in a more choppy market, I'm going to show also a lot of put trades. It just happens that right now it's in unusual call activity, and they've worked. When you have a bullish chart with bullish call activity, the probability is a lot more in your hands. So going your way. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like I said, it's $7 for 30 days. I think you'll enjoy it. We've had actually thousands of people take us up on this offer. So have a great weekend. I will talk to you later.